Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. The commercial court in Zagreb has approved the government's pick for this new special commissioner for Agrokor. Fabris Peruško will replace Ante Ramljak. Irena Weber will serve as Peruško's deputy. Peruško and Weber were at Agrokor's headquarters today for the handover. They are expected to pick up where Ramljak left off in the effort to reach a settlement with creditors. Ramljak spoke to reporters today for the first time since he tendered his resignation 10 days ago.
In the next 2 to 3 days, we will meet with all of the creditors. When we have a clearer picture of the situation, I will be more prepared to answer your questions early next week. Is reaching a settlement your priority? Yes, our number one priority. That's why we are here. 11 months ago, I discovered there was only 6 kuna in Agrokor's accounts. Today, that amount is 1,600,000,000 kuna. I wish Fabris and Irena all the best.
Opposition lawmakers met today to discuss Most's initiative to recall Deputy Prime Minister and Economy Minister Martina Dalic. They agreed to initiate the recall jointly, but still have to reach a consensus on the text of the motion. The Istrian Democratic Assembly and GLAS support the move, but want all opposition parties to sign a motion to put the ratification of the Istanbul Convention on Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women on the Sabor's agenda.
Do you really think that the HNS will vote against ratification, that minority parties will vote against it? Here we can clearly see that power is the glue that binds them. The HDZ is divided, and if you want to hurt them, this is the place to strike at Plenković and the HDZ. If they weren't at odds over this, they would simply pass it on to lawmakers.
We know that the ruling majority was bought and that it will be difficult to unsettle them. But we want to see Milorad Pupovac, Darinko Kosor, the HNS and Ivan Vrdoljak stake all of their political capital on Martina Dalic and the interests that she represents. The odds are very low, but on the other hand, the public needs to see all the bad things Martina Dalic has done. We have to raise public awareness and the awareness of those affiliated with the HDZ so that they see whom they are dealing with.
Croatia's economy grew 2% year-on-year in the fourth quarter of 2017, which was the slowest growth seen since the second quarter of 2015. In 2017 overall, the economy grew 2.8%, down from 3.2% in 2016. Macroeconomists say the main reasons for the shift are slower growth in personal spending and exports, as well as stagnation in industrial output.
Our goal and guiding principle in terms of our economic growth model is to have strong personal spending coupled with high investment spending, since this is a kind of down payment for the future and the factor that can have the strongest influence on driving the GDP this year and the next. We are also counting on the export of goods and services. The benefits of Croatia's membership in the EU are clear from our participation in the single market.
The Croatian Employers Association says slower GDP growth was expected. The organization says Croatia needs stronger growth and blame a lack of structural reforms for the slowdown. The opposition agrees.
Now people will begin to see, with respect to Agrokor and other issues, that our Prime Minister doesn't want to make tough decisions. This is one of the reasons that economic growth is slowing down.
A special government-appointed council has drafted a set of recommendations for how to deal with the public display of fascist and communist symbols. The controversial symbol that gave rise to the formation of the council a year ago was the Ustaša salute. The council, chaired by the president of the Croatian Academy of Sciences and Arts, Zvonko Kusic, concluded that the symbol, although unconstitutional, can be displayed under specific circumstances. The communist red star, the council also concluded, was both an anti-fascist and totalitarian symbol and should be allowed, but its display could be a punishable offense in certain cases.
The government is going to take some time to thoroughly review these recommendations and consider which of them could be useful. After that, working groups within the relevant ministries will draft a proposal to improve our legislation on this issue.
European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker is touring the Western Balkans. In Sarajevo today, he received from Bosnian officials a completed questionnaire on the country's readiness to join the EU. Juncker urged leaders in Bosnia and Herzegovina to overcome their differences because membership, he underscored, required joint efforts. Temperatures in Croatia's coastal Kvarner region have dipped well below zero. Bakar woke up this morning to a chill of -6 degrees. Many boats in the port were encased in ice. In Ičići, there was a thin sheet of ice covering the water in the marina. The good news, the forecast calls for warmer temperatures and milder winds by the weekend. In sports, Borna Ćorić has advanced to the quarterfinals of the ATP 500 Series tournament in Dubai. The Croatian easily disposed of Frenchman Benoit Paire in straight sets. His next opponent is Roberto Bautista Agut. Ćorić has played the Spaniard 4 times in the past and managed to beat him only once.
A new storm system is headed our way on Thursday, bringing snow to the interior and rain to the coast. The weather will begin to turn in the morning in the northwest, engulfing the rest of the country by the end of the day. Southeasterly winds will rise on the central and south coast, reaching very high speeds by evening. In the north, expect a moderate to high northeasterly. Morning lows will be between -18 and -15 in the interior and from -7 to -2 on the coast. Lows in the far south will hover around 0. Highs for the day will range from -7 to -4 inland and from +2 to +7 on the coast. Temperatures will rise over the next few days in the interior, but they will still be below 0 on Friday. Snow will mix with rain, which may result in black ice in some areas. More freezing rain is expected overnight into Saturday and during the day. On the coast, there will be a high southeasterly in the south for the rest of the week, while winds in the north will shift frequently. Rain is expected daily, especially on Friday, when temperatures will rise by about 10 degrees.
And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.